Welcome back to another episode of Ruthless TV, where I break down Tyler Perry's The Oval, scene by scene. Now, let's get into this video. Listen, I really cannot put my finger on Sam and Priscilla's marriage, and I'm gonna need some feedback from you guys to get your perspective as well. When Priscilla told Nancy that this was Sam's second time cheating on her, the first time was with Anita back in college. Y'all remember when they were standing in the kitchen when she was chewing Sam out about him liking to be close to the power. And this is probably why Sam has a prominent position in Secret Service, because he really wants this power that Priscilla is talking about. And maybe this is as close to the power as he's going to get, you know, by protecting those that are in power. And Sam swore he was not going to do it again, and she forgave him. She even went on to marry Sam. And we all know about the second time, because this time it was with the First Lady. So we see that it was only a matter of time before he slipped up and did it again with someone even more powerful than this Anita person. Well, we can only assume that the First Lady is more powerful. I mean, how much power can you really have as a kid in college versus the First Lady of the United States of America? So we see that clearly this may be a pattern for Sam. Now, the reason that I'm having trouble placing my finger on it and can't quite make a prediction, it's because it could go one of two ways. Sam could work things out with Priscilla, or he can continue banging Victoria and risk his life with Hunter. But even in this scenario, I'm giving Sam too much authority here. He may want to work things out with Priscilla, but what if Priscilla wants to continue with the divorce? But in last week's episode, as soon as her and Nancy heard the news of a Secret Service agent dying while trying to protect the president, Priscilla was on the first thing smoke and headed to the White House. But him losing his life is a little extreme to compare to her wanting to get a divorce, right? If he decides to continue to bang the First Lady, then I don't know. But you know what? If Sam could turn her down once, he can turn her down again. Or we can also say if he cheated twice before, he's probably going to do it again. And this is where I need your help, because of course, the smart thing to do is to try and make it right in his marriage, right? And vow to never do it again. But he said that already and funked it up. A lot of people say that Sam was well within his right to do it and that Priscilla is responsible for this. But we know there's always a reason, right? And of course, there was also a reason why Priscilla didn't want to. But does that give him the right to be unfaithful? I think that there was a huge lack of communication between he and Priscilla. Sam should have asked more questions and got to the bottom of it. You know, communication is a huge piece of being married or just being in any type of relationship. You have to communicate. But if he thinks that he's gonna lay with Victoria again and get away with it, then he's got another thing coming. Hunter already has him on the chopping block to lose his job. And he probably ain't been fired yet, because Hunter has bigger fish to fry with trying to protect his own life and running after Ellie. But my better judgment tells me that Sam's gonna pull some get right out of his back pocket and make things right with his wife, because that's his wife and he loves her. So I really think that we can expect to see Sam to turn in the right direction and do the right thing and just try to get back with his wife. But those are just my thoughts on what to expect. Talk back to me in the comments. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. If you're an Oval fan, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.